ship had made it to the shore, but he had no idea where to go next. Pulling out the map, he located the isthmus he had just crossed. To his dismay, he found that he was miles away from the clubhouse. Some distance away was a moss-covered rock fortification. The map had marked it quite clearly, and below it, scrawled in pencil, were some handwritten notes. Rock Castle. It is rumored that its cellar contains a hidden portal into the clubhouse. But has anybody been able to get hold of the red key to the cellar door? Chip thought, setting off determinedly toward the castle. I suppose it shouldn't be too difficult to locate a red key. Welcome back to CCLP3. We are on level 108, Magic Trick. And if you couldn't already tell, this is a Trust Me style level. In fact, it was mainly inspired by Trapped from CCLP2, and it was a level I made purely as a response to that level being busted, basically. I wanted a level where you could do okay, you can't do anything there. I believe that is the solution, and I'm going to go ahead and switch so I can get through the ball area. But I wanted to make a level that captured what made that level good, but have it not be busted. The irony is that it actually was busted at first, but thankfully I was able to make the fix before the set came out, so that helped. This part right here is really interesting to optimize, especially in links. I don't know if there's more possible, but I wouldn't rule it out. In MS, I'm actually wondering that about MS as well, because it just feels like one of those areas where there's tons of possibilities. And that should do it as far as all that goes. Okay, so let me just take some inventory here. I believe this is right, and then you get this. Alright, and we cannot get that over there because of the trap. Most of these traps I actually took from other levels. A lot of them weren't original. Like this right here, this is directly from Trapped. I didn't show it in my LP of the level because I used the busted solution, but you went through a similar section like that. And this mechanism with the toggles, which we'll ultimately use to get a key in the end, was from an Eric level, interestingly enough, called Stumped, which was really interesting. It's one of those levels that's pretty fun to figure out. And the reason why I wanted to use it for this level solution is just because it's one of those things that looks impossible, but it isn't. And you can rule out everything else by process of elimination, but it's one of those when you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be true kind of scenarios. This is another scenario here that's impossible by default. It may kind of look like you could do something there, but you really can't. And I just put this on the wrong row, so let me go down here. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, there we go. So we need to get this block over there. Yeah, Stumped is a really cool level. I'm really sad that it hasn't appeared in a CCLP. I kind of wish Eric would add it to his submissions for CCLP4, but it's too late for that now. Okay, so now what we need to do is just go all the way back here and then go all the way back here. And yeah, as you can guess, every other key is impossible to pick up. But that's Magic Trick in a nutshell. So, fun fact about that level, it actually, to complete a trifecta of potential Harry Potter references that never came to be, it was originally slated to be titled The Sorcerer's Stone, or at least potentially titled that. It ended up not really happening, but that was one idea that we tossed around for renaming it, but we decided to just keep the original name. So, this level is another level I made, and I actually really like this one a lot. It's got an interesting hook to it. It's basically partial posting through this teleport here and stuff. And I kind of tried to emulate Joshua Bone's level designing style here in some ways. This was from, I feel like this mechanism was from something. I can't remember where. Oh well. There's a lot of familiar stuff here. The exit's in that direction. So this force floor is supposed to point you here unless you know you're supposed to partial post here. And I was trying to and unsuccessfully rather emulate the part in Finding Nemo where the school of fish say about the Sydney Opera House, it's in that direction. Like, I don't know why I thought that would be funny to reference, but for some reason I did it. So, yeah. Actually, let me do this first. I'm going to go ahead and get those going, and then let me go ahead and get that. I'm going to go ahead and just push the blocks here for the partial post. Okay, this is going to be kind of a little dangerous. This kind of reminds me of turn, turn, turn in a way, except I don't think it's that hard. There's thankfully no traps to worry about that you can be released from at weird times. So I think we've done all we can do as far as using the suction boots. If you try going over here, it just leads to the fireball area. Oh, I remember what level it was I was thinking of, or at least trying to make a level that's kind of similar to... and this area is kind of a little annoying, but I think if you just clone 3 fireballs, you should be okay. Maybe it had to be 4. I think it had to be 4 fireballs, in which case that was kind of dumb, so I'm going to put that up there, and oh wait, I might want to do that. Or not, okay. Let's see what we can do here. I can't really cause a collision. Yeah, this is really precarious. I do not like the way this is going. And none of them are colliding correctly. Oh! There we go. Got it. Whew! That was really scary. And also, I think I just totally messed that up. So, that was all for naught anyway. Anyway, that's most of the level. We'll see a little bit more here later on. But yeah, there's at least 2 partial posts that you have to do in this level. So, pretty fun stuff. Yeah, I was trying to emulate No End in Sight in its partial post puzzles, except add more to it. Like I said, I really wasn't original back in the CCLP3 era. I think my whole gimmick was that I really wanted to bring some life to concepts that other people introduced by adding more onto them. And, you know, as you can kind of tell by the general level designing preferences here, in a lot of respects, more was better to a lot of people. Nowadays, there is a little bit more of a minimalist tendency among many designers, but not so much back then. And I just realized I need to actually get the blue key first before I push stuff through there. Okay, now let's do this. Okay, now let's go around. Okay, good. All that's there. So, oh wait, I need to actually push one down. Forgot about that. Okay. So, suction boots. We need to get those. Ah, yeah. The timing here is precarious enough that I'm going to be careful. Okay. I was not being careful there, but it still worked out. So this time, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should do it. There we go. That's more or less what I had in mind. Okay, this time just ride all the way here. Okay, so I got all the blocks I need there. Now I need to go through there and do this. That's what I was missing last time. And then we go down and we end up in this little maze in the upper right area with a teeth, which isn't really as bad as it may look. You just have to outsmart the teeth a little bit here. And thankfully you can just avoid certain areas like that, so that's nice. And we got everything, so now let's just do the final partial post and exits. So that's Hidden Depths complete. Moving on to Floating Plaza. Yet another level that I made around the same time, I think. I want to say that these 2 levels were made in pretty close succession. But this one is an example of what I like to call the unravel type of puzzle, and it's basically where it looks impossible, but there's one thing that is possible, and through it, everything else can be solved. Now here's what you have to figure out. You have to figure out that you cannot allow the middle tank to blow up, so you actually need to press the tank button like that. Or, wait. Oh wait, no, you can just do 2 like that. Okay. Never mind. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay, now you can press the tank button to go all the way to the trap. Alright, so there's a few puzzles in this level, and they're pretty interesting. The bold route for this level is also really interesting, too. Okay, so first things first, I'm actually going to go down here, grab me some fire boots, now that we got that trap open. And now we've got this little section here. If this were a Josh level, I'm pretty sure he would have had walls, or blue walls under those blocks. I should have done that, to be honest. So with this room, you kind of have to figure out that you need to leave those chips in the middle so you can block slide the blocks successfully. Okay, so now we have some chips and stuff. We can go here through this Sokoban area. There's also this area up here. And this is what you're supposed to figure out, is that you need to do the trick with the tanks earlier so you can enter in through the top, because you won't be able to enter through the green door. So now you have a blue key, which means that you can switch these, and you can do kind of a how to get around in Venice-esque trick over here by putting a block in the way and then going back in. At least I think that's what you can do. Let me just make sure. Yeah, you can just do this. So once you get that done, you can move that, get the green key now, along with a chip, but the green key is totally pointless, so you don't need to worry about it. So all that's left is this Sokoban right here, which is an adapted Sokoban. It wasn't an original one. I told you I was really bad at being original. I'm sorry. I know I should be ashamed. I feel like I've gotten better with originality-related issues in the meantime. So, yay for that. I'm going to have to see if I can remember how to do this. So, ultimately, I really want to get all these transferred over. And I need to figure out the best way in which to do that. So, I'm actually going to put that there. Go over here. I think after that I can... Can I go and... I think I can. I'm trying to see if I can put a block there and... Oh wait, no, I have to push this down, don't I? Okay. Okay, that's simple enough. Works for me. Yeah, this is thankfully not that bad when it comes to Sokobans. Okay, yeah, that is right. I believe this is from the set called Mini Cosmos, if I remember correctly. It's a set of Sokoban puzzles. Alright, and finally we get into this room, and there's yet another red herring in here. You don't need that blue key, I'm pretty sure. Because we got the one in the fire room. Or, we got the one in the tank room, I should say. And... let me go ahead and go there. Now this last puzzle is a little tricky timing-wise. You basically have to make sure that this ball does not drown in the water over there when you switch the toggles. So once this ball passes the button below me, then I'm going to have to hit it again, the button again. There we go. So now it's toggling the tanks, which means that we should be able to exit through this room up here. By the way, in case it hasn't been made clear by now, ship is now back in the clubhouse by going through the cellar door and magic trick. Anywho, moving on to Bustin Out. This level was a Tom Rao level, and I gotta admit, it's an insane bold to get. I haven't gotten it yet. I almost did, but there was a collision that made it impossible, with my route at least, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get it with a little bit more of a reasonable route. But my general idea was I did something like that, and I'm gonna try to get the general route I used here. I'm gonna see if I can even remember it. I mean, I suppose I can always just play back my solution if it comes to that, but I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this level. Oh right, I have to wait there. There's certain waits you have to do, and they're kind of tricky to remember. Yeah, the bowl time for this level, you can see my time there, 6:13. The bowl time is 6:20, which is a little crazy, not gonna lie. And you'll see why here in a minute. Okay, I don't remember this, but I'll show you the non-bold route that I came up with, because it's pretty cool. And it's made public, so this isn't anything new to anyone who can access the public TWS. But the whole idea behind this level is you have to direct all of those gliders into a series of bombs at the very end. And what did I do? Oh, okay, I just released it there. That's what I did. Alright, so compounding this issue is this area that you can see at the top where there's all these buttons. And essentially what the route, or at least what it seems like the bold route involves, is it involves toggling these toggle walls at various points when the gliders are going along with them in such a way that they don't come back on you. This is a little ridiculous, and it pretty much requires like a tool-assisted speedrunning tool to pull off well. I didn't have one, so I actually brute forced every single move on my own. Not exactly the best way to do it, but at any rate, here at the very end, you have to go through all this craziness here, and then you have to wait a bunch for the gliders to get back. And there's one glider in particular that makes this annoying, because if he did come back, I think this route could have yielded 6:18, I think. You'll see which one I'm talking about here. Like, those come through. And after that group of 3, I could have gone through, but then I have to wait for this other one right there. Yeah. In fact, I think I may have gotten 6:20 if that one wasn't an issue. Because, yeah, this is a very high 6:13. So, yeah, it is kind of a bummer, but I'm hoping to relook at it and do a completely different routes at some point. But it's another example of a level that was probably voted in just because it provided a lot of optimization potential. I still think it's a good level as far as, you know, the challenge goes, but I just feel like that's kind of the sensibility of the community back then, was that. Anyway, Pushy is the next level, and this one is really interesting. You have to intercept blocks and do some interesting stuff with them in this level. This level was made by Tyler Sontag, who definitely had a really interesting concept with this. I'm trying to remember. Okay, it's the top. Read this later, and that should toggle everything. Oops. I forgot that he could just escape through that, so never mind. Let's try that again. Why am I hesitating and doing stuff like that? Or like that? Silly JB. Hesitating is for kids. Or whatever. I don't know. Okay, I almost died there again because I was being dumb. And I think I should have just left the fireball as it stood here. Okay, there we go. That should do. Okay, I don't know why that was so complicated, but anyway, we can now go through this very long series of toggle walls. This is the sort of thing I don't really like in levels, is where there's just these stretches of things that are kind of a little pointless and tedious. And that should allow us to access the keys over here. Alright, so now I'm trying to remember what we need to do next. Was it to do something with this? Oh wait, no, I need to extract the block and I need to use that as a loop. My bad. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played this because I got the bold route for this pretty early on. And for Lynx, it was one of the easiest bold routes just because this level is so straightforward and stuff. And I really screwed that up. Well, the pattern continues. If there's one thing I've been learning from this Let's Play, it's that I have a propensity for screwing up on levels where I don't expect that to happen. Ooh, sweet. I was able to minimize the weight for that first wall. It's always nice when you can do that. And the bold route involves a nice little trick here. You can just avoid getting the blue key until you do the loop here. Okay, I don't think we need the fireball for anything else there, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't think we can take him with us anyway, so yeah. So now we need to get a yellow key, which is right here. And we have a very evil partial post challenge here. Because you'll notice that there's another teleport here, but we need to bring the block up. And the only way to loop around to get it is actually to do a partial post with the gliders. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that. Just by principle, I don't really like stuff where you have to do crazy shenanigans with monsters like that. So if you mess it up, you have to go all the way back and try this again. And we failed again. So, yeah. Okay, I'm just curious for reference sake. Okay, good, we made it. I was going to see if I could like establish a benchmark there for all that. Okay, so by virtue of doing that, we can now unlock this section, which is a nice, simple, tanky area. Tanky, that's totally an adjective. And we can retrieve the block by using our newfound skates to loop around. And we need to actually loop this way. So you can see right here, we're going to push it into the teleport. Now, I don't think this is in CCLP3, but there is a version of this level where you could partial post again at the end and access a secret area, but I don't think that's here. Anyway, the next level is Stress Fracture. In fact, you know what? I'm going to check the editor right now just to see that. Nope, the secret area is not there. Okay, so this level, this is probably one of my favorite levels I made for this set. It's a really neat, I think it's a really neat idea. I'm trying not to sound really boasty about this level, but I just love this concept. It's just really fun, and I gotta admit, it's not totally original. It was taken from an escape level, but it is original in the sense that it uses the pop-up walls this way, because that level involved no such thing. You pretty much just worked within a confined space like this, but you did have a lot of wiggle room as far as being able to move around. So the idea that you're supposed to work with here is that you need to get fireballs into these various bombs and stuff. So you have to work with that, and I should have kept that toggle open. Thankfully, there is a pretty generous supply of pop-up walls. I will say that. I didn't really need to do that. Why did I do that? I should have gotten the green key first, too. But no crying over spilled milk. It's fine. Green key's there. I'm just seeing what I can do here. So I can get this. I also want to make sure the way is clear for the teleport, too. And also this. I'll have to get a fireball to destroy that. At this point, at least. So let me do this. That should set everything up nicely. And I forgot to... Oh, man. I forgot to get fireballs up there. Well, this is not totally lost yet. I can have them bounce back somehow. It's going to be tricky, but I can make it work. And this... Let me open that up real quick. So I need to get a few in here to blow all that stuff up. So I'm just going to flood the area with fireballs. Like, I don't even care. I'm just going to do it. Okay, there we go. That should be enough to make the transition here. Okay, good. That sounded like a good sound. Oh, and there's even stuff here. Okay, so let me go ahead and just get this before I... Oh, no. Are you kidding me? And it happened right when I walked up. Wow. Wow. That's one for the stupid cooks thread on CC Zone. That right there. That's just unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to try to make this a little less messy. So let me actually do some cloning now after I get this little bit here done. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't do that a little bit yet because I would need to open the yellow door, and that's not a good idea quite yet. So let me just go ahead and do this. I don't care. Okay, so let me clone that and go back. There we go. That's a good sound. Okay, I don't have the blue key. I should have gotten that. Because I was being stupid, of course. So let me actually open the yellow door up now. That might help. And I'm going to clear this out and go like that. Let's do it that way. And let's get that. We can then switch the tank here in a minute. So I think we've got pretty much everything we need. Like, actually solving this level is not that hard. It's optimizing it is crazy, though. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and clone a bunch, and let me not forget to do all this. Okay, so let me go down here, or up here, and that should be good enough. Oh, and I also need to hit the tank. Wait, did I not get anything in there? Oh, I need to actually press the toggle again. My bad. Can I actually... Okay, I can do that. Yay, okay, good. Alright, that should be Stress Fracture. Really fun level. Really love it. And moving on to Lead Us Not Into Temptation. You know what, I think I'm going to save this level for next time. So, until then guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget, hit that like button. It really means a lot. So, I'll catch you next time guys. See you then.